You know, nowadays we have so many new techniques that have really, taken the tournament trail by storm. You know, I mean, we've got swim baits and frogs and, just a lot of things that are very popular right now. And spinner baits are one of those things that I've thrown for a long time, and you just don't hear as much as you used to. I think the big thing about fishing spinner baits is you really, just like any lure, you got to choose the right bait for the right situation, and I love to fish a spinner bait, and I love to fish it in clear water. Today I'm at Table Rock Lake, and, you can see down 6, 8, 10 feet right now, and, this is a lake that has a lot of bait fish and a lot of shad, and the spinner bait is still one of the most efficient tools that I have to cover a lot of water that has great drawing power, and what I mean by that is it'll pull the fish a long ways. The key is fishing the bait properly to be the most efficient and having the right exact lure tied on. When you're fishing a clear water spinnerbait, you want to have one, even if you're using a bright color like this, that you can move pretty fast. The key to a spinnerbait bite is giving the fish a good look at it, but not such a good look that they can tell that it's not a bait fish going by them. So, what I'd like to throw in this clear water is a bait built for speed. This is a Strike King Scorcher spinnerbait. It comes with 2 willow blades, but it has the razor blades on it. And what I mean by these razor blades is they're a narrower diameter than a standard willow blade. And that gives them a tighter rotation and less lift. So it allows me to reel the bait faster and still keep it down in the water. The other thing is with this head design, you can really pull this bait fast, and it's going to stay true in the water where it runs straight up and down. Another key thing is make sure that you always have a trailer hook rigged free to swing like that on any of your spinner baits in clear water. A lot of times the bass are going to run up there and attack it and just try to kill it first, and that trailer hook's going to catch you a lot of fish. Now, when you're actually fishing it, I like to position my boat just like this. Right now I'm going down a bluff, and I can make a long cast with that spinner bait right up to the bank and fish parallel to it. This keeps the bait over the fish or in the strike zone the whole cast. And I want to keep the bait high in the water column. That's one of the number one things that you need to do in clear water with a spinner bait is, regardless of the speed that you're retrieving the bait, if you can keep that lure up high to where the fish has to look up at it against that brighter sun and that reflective surface, it makes them harder, to tell exactly what it is. They just see the flash and the movement, and they don't see, that wire and the head and the blades and see that it's a lure. It looks more like a bait fish going over the top of them. So, keeping the bait in the strike zone, keeping it above their line of sight, and then again, any chance that I get to fish a bank where there's some wind or shade just like this, that helps cut down the light penetration, and again is going to help disguise that bait so they don't see exactly what it is. So I'm always thinking about that as I'm moving around the lake and hitting different areas. Where am I going to have the best opportunity for the fish to be active? Create a low light situation with either the wind or this shade, and put that lure in the strike zone, put the trolling motor on high, cover a bunch of water, and that's how you catch them on a spinnerbait.